the problem with renewables is that we can't store the energy. We don't have the battery technology and the battery infrastructure, not even close. And it's going to be a long time before we do, at least 20 years, maybe longer than that. And so the question is now, what do you have to do? Because renewable energy is so unreliable. Sometimes this, like at night, the sun doesn't shine, in case you hadn't noticed, and the wind stops blowing. And so then renewable production falls to zero. Now, you have to have something to back that up. And worse, you have to have something of the same size as the entire renewable grid, because otherwise it can't handle the power demands. And so that means that as you switch to a renewable grid, you have to have another grid in place that has exactly the same capacities, and it has to be not renewable. So what that means is that when you build a renewable grid, you build it in addition to the pre-existing grid. And then you might say, well, if the renewable sources aren't producing energy, you could just turn to nuclear, but there's a couple of problems with that. First of all, you can't turn a nuclear power plant on and off quickly, as you might well imagine.